Hello there, I'm McKenna Stevens and I'm in the film program. Today is May 27th, 2015, and I'm here with Kyle Hussett, who is focused a lot in the sound department. Now, I'm a little bit focused on the director aspect of film, so I'm just curious as to what someone from a different department has to say about art as a whole. So, Kyle, what do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession?
Film itself is a visual art, and it specifically centers itself around the telling of a story. We use pictures to tell a story, and as filmmakers, it's important for us to understand how different things like visual weight, color, composition, and depth can affect the audience in the things that we create. This is especially important in the fact that people are bombarded by so many images every day. You've got to find a way to really make it stick out from everything else, or else you'll be drowned out in that sea of noise.
New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this has a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? Can you provide an example?
Personally, I think that the speed at which we can take, edit, and put out an image helps us. Previously, the cost of film and development was a barrier for some people who wanted to be creative, and now that we're digital, so many more people can give it a shot. Sure, some of it sucks, but that's how it is with every art form. Not everybody's a Monet when they paint, and not everyone's a Spielberg when they make a film. It's all about weeding through the crap to get to the gems. I mean, look at VHS. The directors in that were largely unknown at the time, but they got together, made a nice, cheap, experimental horror film that got significant attention, and now Ty West is getting attention with You're Next and In a Valley of Violence.
What images are frequently repeated throughout your industry?
I've noticed that a lot of biblical imagery is repeated, namely crosses and the concept of a Messiah who arrives in a location, is initially shunned but then accepted as the savior to the people. This Messiah has a tendency to later be killed or severely harmed as they overcome the evil that's threatening the people. Look at Alien 3, for example. You've got the prisoners who don't initially accept Ripley's aid but are later led by her. Ripley later drops herself into a vat of molten steel to save everyone, and as she falls, her arms go to her side to shape her into a cross. That's her crucifixion, her sacrifice to cleanse everyone of sin and lead them to safety, if you will.
Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and/or what is your favorite style of visual art?
I'd have to say that H.R. Giger is my favorite visual artist. He's got a style of melding flesh and steel in a really twisted way, and it just looks strangely beautiful. And Francis Bacon, fantastic painter. He has this one painting that I'm really partial to, Study after Velázquez's portrait of Pope Innocent X, which is just this really, really strange-looking screaming pope on a throne that's cordoned off as everything around him looks like it's decaying. I guess I'm into some really weird art, but I would buy that painting in a heartbeat if the opportunity presented itself.
Has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
I'd say that my knowledge of famous artworks has influenced me to a degree. I mean, I'm not a director, so I'm not heading out and framing up actors to be in a perfect reproduction of The Last Supper in a scene, but I am at least conscious of visual weight and balance whenever I do create visual pieces such as glitch art. I always try to keep things focused and interesting, even when they're broken and disjointed. It's the idea of beauty in chaos.
That's some really great opinions. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's really been wonderful. And thank you to anyone listening, and have a great day.